News is everywhere. Whether it's on the go or from the comfort of your own home, people can access news in a variety of ways, most notably through the new mediums of social networks like Twitter and Facebook. With a combined total of over 200 million people now using these platforms, audiovisual reporter Justin Golick went to City Hall to find out if social media outlets are becoming the only outlets for news.
Do you use any social networks, and which ones do you use?
I use Facebook.
Facebook.
I use internet and Facebook.
How often do you check these networks for news or other information?
Daily, several times a day.
Frequently.
A day, once a day, twice a day.
I don't for news.
What do you usually check for news then? What publishers or access do you use?
I get the newspaper. I live in Delaware County, so I check the Delaware County Times newspaper, and I watch on Sunday mornings, Meet the Press.
Why do you think using the internet or using social networks like Facebook and Twitter have become so popular for people to obtain news?
Probably because they're pretty much up to date.
Do you think it has anything to do with how fast you can access them over, say, like a newspaper or a magazine?
That's probably true too, because I don't get the newspaper daily, and I don't get a lot of magazines either.
I think it's a good way to stay on top of events in other people's lives and, check out their pictures, see if kids have had babies or getting married, that sort of thing.
Do you think it has anything to do with how easy it is to access over like reading a newspaper or something like that?
Oh, definitely for world events. Sometimes it's easier, it's like skimming a newspaper as opposed to going in and actually reading and looking for the articles. You're able to see what friends like, what they're commenting on, things that are of big importance.
I don't know that they're popular for accessing news. I think, they're popular for accessing information about your social network.
So what do you use for news sources? Are you more of a newspaper person, or do you check Twitter or anything like that?
I'm the last person in the country that actually gets the newspaper delivered to their front door. So yeah, I read the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer every day, and I get some other weeklies.
Do you think print sources like newspaper or magazine may ever go extinct or out of business because of the internet and Facebook and Twitter becoming so popular?
I do.
How come?
Because you could get, people don't want a lot of clutter around the house, the magazines and newspapers and stuff. It builds up after a while. So you can just go to the computer and you can get it, and you can print off what you want, and what you don't want, just let it stay there.
If you couldn't tell already, there were a varying amount of opinions on why social media is popular, or even if it is the main access to news. Only the future will tell exactly how much more popular social networks will be for news, or if newspapers will continue to survive. At City Hall, I'm Justin Golick.